Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Riding in Cars with Books. I'm Jaclyn.
And I'm Phillip.
And today we're going to be discussing Project Nought by Chelsey Furedi. I might be saying that wrong. I apologize if I am. It is published by Harper and it's T for Teen. What is so funny?
You're correct. It is T for Teen.
I mean, I definitely got teen vibes from this book. So this is a sci-fi book that takes place in the year 2122. Is that right? That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
2122. And Ren, our main character here, is living in 1996. You know, way back.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, there might
be spoiler alerts in this.
Well, you should know this by now. So, anyways, Ren is living in the year 1996, and he has a pen pal with this person, and he's like, I'm gonna go meet them. Okay? And he gets on a bus, and then he wakes up in this weird institution. Strange. Am I right so far?
So far, you're doing good.
And
so far, it's not all for naught.
What the heck is happening? Turns out he's in the year 2122 now.
It is a time travel exchange program.
Yeah.
But there's no exchange.
So, tech conglomerate Chronotech sponsors a time travel program to help students in 2122 learn what history was really like from real-life subjects who've been transported into the future. And Ren is one of them. So in the new class, he gets buddied up with a person from 2122, and this is his person.
And who all thinks it's a good idea to kidnap 50 kids from 1996?
Yeah, against their knowledge. And, everyone in 2122 seems to think it's a great idea. Let's learn from these people. What happened in 1996 that we want to learn about?
Because it's government funded too.
I mean, what really happened in 1996?
I don't know. They don't know. That's why they want to get them. They don't know what happened in 1996.
So.
But each year is a different class. This isn't the first time they've done this.
Yeah, each class goes to a different year or whatever.
Well, the classes are in 21, 22, so they pull a different. So every year they do a different class, and they pull kids from a different year. So
Mars is his student guide, and last year, so I guess the 21 class, Mars's friend was in the class, and they got kicked out. But Mars is like, no, this is my future. I want to do this. This is the best thing ever. And their friend is like, no, there's something going on here. Like, someone died, and they're covering it up. So the group of them come together, and they're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So there's a mystery element to it. Of course, sci-fi, because you've traveled into the future. What did you think?
The book had a little bit of everything. We start off in 96, and then we jump forward to 21, 22. So we have time travel, and then they start touching on, well, is there multiple dimensions? What is really going on? Is this really a good thing to bring these kids? Everyone in 21, 22 thinks it's fine, right?
Yeah.
They think it's fine to kidnap 50 kids. And so then they basically just start doing book reports on them. They get partnered up, and this class has to ask them questions,
interview them,
and do book reports on them. But then at the end, theoretically,
the students get sent back to their time, and their memories are wiped.
They get their mind wiped, and they send them back there, so nothing is ever messed with time.
Yeah,
or
so no one in the past knows about this. So there's no one on the ethical committee questioning what's going on, because
it's all fine.
They don't know what's going on. But these kids, being the true Gen Z they are, they're questioning everything. They really are.
So basically, there's a couple of really good twists in this book.
I thought so. I didn't see
of how they're doing things and how they start talking about previous classes. because I think the previous, 2 years ago, so in 2120, they brought the kids from 2008 to that time period. So it's a lot. There's a lot going on in this book. So, but it's all taking place in New Zealand, I believe, right? Yeah.
But yeah, there's not really ever a question of ethics, like if what we're doing is okay.
Because everyone said it's fine.
Everyone is just okay with it, I guess. But yeah, these kids finally start realizing stuff is going wrong. The spoiler alert, Ren falls off a building and dies, except for he's still there. So, plot twist, they're actually cloning these people. And
From
then they have like this mass like institution of all these duplicate people after they're done with them. Like, talk about ethics.
Well,
like,
Cameron needs to tighten it up.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting. It was unique to me because I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but I didn't think there was anything ever kind of like that before.
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries to that Project Nought, and then who's running it and what their motives are, and like technically we never really get into the motives of this whole Project Nought, right? Like they do it under the guise of we're learning about the past, but the corporation doesn't really seem to care about that.
Right. So you learn about the past so you don't repeat it, but they're doing some really shady things. And
one thing I did learn though about this, man, it would be great because in 1996 those kids didn't know anything about Twilight. So
they didn't know a lot about a lot of things.
Yeah, it was pretty great. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. There's some queer relationships. There's it seems like a very diverse cast.
Like once again, I'll put it. This book, to me, is a book that I've read a bunch of books like this about. Like you're in the future, it's a utopian future, and everything on the surface looks beautiful, and everything is great. But is it ever really? Like, is everything really perfect? And that's kind of where Project Nought is kind of taking you. Like, no one questions ethics because everything is going well for everybody. Yeah. So when certain things happen, we don't have to question.
Yeah. So. This company obviously has done enough to kind of brainwash these people.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we think that because we're living in today's world.
Correct. So there's some interesting things there.
But yeah, it's a fun YA sci-fi with some queer characters. So if that's your thing, check it out. I recommend it. Do you recommend it?
Yeah, it's definitely good sci-fi. It's definitely a good YA sci-fi book. I thought they did a good job with the characters. The art is clean.
The art's pretty, yeah.
So each character is very well defined, right? So like when you see a character, there's not another character drawn like that.
Except for their clone.
Once again, it's still the same character. It's just
tricked you.
So a lot of that is handled really well.
This book is heavy.
It is a heavy book.
Just so you know.
It's heavy.
Philip likes hardcovers, if you didn't know that about him. And so, like, when you're reading, he likes to have sore thumbs.
Well, you never know. Someone may break into your house and you got to throw something at them.
It's true.
The closest thing to me is going to be a book.
Or frying pan.
I don't really carry a frying pan around.
You should embrace your inner Rapunzel. But anyways.
Mine's more of an inner Pascal.
You just hide?
I just hide.
Anyways. Check out this book if sci-fi queerness is your thing. It is available in paperback as well. You don't have to get a hardcover to throw at people's heads if that's not your thing. Like this video. If you like this video, comment below what books you want us to do next. Subscribe if you haven't already. And do you have any final last words?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, so we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.